Hello viewers and welcome to my first Grid 2 video then. Obviously received the game now a few days later than I'd have liked, but I'm going to crack on with some content. Not exactly the content I had planned, but I'm just going to get stuck in from the beginning. And one of the first things I wanted to have a go on here, as you can see, is the new is the Indycar the DLC pack. I wanted to see what it was all about, get a feel for it, have a drive around Brands, one of my favourite racetracks. I love the Grand Prix circuit at Brands. I can drive this all day and never get bored. I just love the flowing nature of it. This section here, high speed downhill into a high speed corner again. You know, the flow of these corners, you know, and there's obviously there's a blind turn in, you throw the car in again here, downhill, feel that dip up to the crest of the hill, past the final brake marker, and then just throw the car in and see where it lands. There's some lovely corners to this course. It really is one that I've always loved. And so I thought I'd have a go with the Indycar. So what you're seeing here is my first run with the Indycar. Went in, started the game, thought, did a couple of the early races. We'll come back to that later. Everybody's shown that on YouTube by now. Let's do something else. Let's have a look at this Indycar stuff. On board, obviously, because there's no in-car. I think in-car, you know, obviously it's very expensive modelling the in-cockpits of some of the cars, but some cars like this one, you think it's quite minimalistic, really, just the steering wheel and the dash, bearing in mind the bodywork's all there anyway. It's not like you're modelling a roof, internals, glass, whatever. In the car then, and the first thing you notice, obviously, the car power sliding around some corners. Don't do that in an Indycar if you want to actually get anywhere. And another thing I find interesting is Grid 2 doesn't include all of the open wheel classes that we saw in Grid 1. And that's something I've been quite disappointed about. I was expecting to see some Formula Fords and some mid-class cars in there and stuff like that. I thought it would be nice to have had a break-up. But what we see here is that perhaps the handling model doesn't apply itself as well to the open wheel cars, because it's quite funny how it sort of grips. It's got tons and tons of grip. And when you go into a corner, you just get bags of wheel spin in an instant. So you are trying to find that level of power. It's like everything there is to them, like all the other cars in the game, really. The nuances are there in how you drive it. It's just all condensed heavily. So I'm putting some laps in here. I'm finding this corner quite difficult. I'm in a mindset of where I would brake normally. I'm braking at the wrong place. It's a strange handling sensation to this car. I'd need to do quite a few laps to actually get my head around it and pull it away from how I would normally drive the course. You can carry more speed than you expect through some corners, and other corners it feels like you just get tons of wheel spin because it's all in an instant. It just throws it all at you. Here that's slightly blinder, the inside curbing is slightly different, and again here, because the layout, this layout of Brands isn't necessarily as realistic as other games that we've seen out there. Sometimes you would throw the car into a certain corner a certain way, and it feels slightly different here. And I think the dip after turn 1 there is certainly more shallow than it feels in real life here. This is a much harsher dip here in real life than it feels in the game. Braking uphill, trying to get the car in. Much smoother that time. I was aware of this wheel spin issue. I've got these two cars in front of me, and I come up on them and thinking, how am I going to pass them? Because the car is so jittery, moving from side to side. Oh, and they slowed right down there, didn't they? It's like both the cars just basically stopped on the apex of the corner. So I thought, enough of that. I'm not going to restart the whole race. Let's use a flashback. This is about the only time you'll see me use one. And so now I'd get past these guys now. This guy here, I thought, where's he going? He's offline. Is he letting me past? I don't know what he's doing there. And then this guy here goes offline. So I think he slowed down loads for the corner. Just hit the brakes and then decides to speed up again on the middle of the apex. And so I'll go through here and he knocks into the side of me. Quite strange behaviour from the AI there. This is a time attack. I didn't want anything really on the track in my way. I just wanted to do some laps. This is how I start with every game when I'm starting to get my feedback for any review I'm running, and then I just do lots and lots and lots of laps, and then I help form an opinion once I've got through the game, and then I can come back to you guys as to what you're going to like and not like about it. But either way, I wanted to share this early video with you, and there'll be lots more grid coming. I am going to do some online sessions with some community members, and I'll mention more of that later. I'm going to be setting up a thread on the VV forum. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put the link under this video for the actual link to, if you want to race with me online while I'm doing some practicing, recording some videos, and I'll come in, we'll have a laugh and do some races. So I'll put that link below the video. So a clear track now. Every time I go around I'm trying something different, braking a bit later, getting on the power a bit earlier, turning in slightly differently, seeing how the car handles. And by the end of this 5 laps I will have done each corner properly at some point, though not all at the same time, so I haven't managed to hook a whole lap together yet. So as we go around now, where are we? On lap 5 of 5 then. So this is the end of this race, and then we're going to take a look at a few moments of the replay as well as we come across the line, and that's the end of that race, or that time attack, shall I say.